here they are. They're all here waiting. They just gather at this door. And the magic happens when she comes. There she is. She's coming out the door.
I got hungry. I got hungry kitties.
Yeah, you got hungry kitties. They're wanting to see their mama. And
Now,
here's
Tux,
this one up here.
Will you stay up here this morning after I put your food down, or will you feel the need to... Come here. There's your... You smell it right here. Here. Smell. There you go.
God.
Now don't hop down. It's the same or less over here. Hi, guys.
She's got her new orange pants on, bright today.
Today trash pickup day.
Yeah, something like that.
Good clothes for trash pickup day.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Morris. Come here, bud.
Yeah. I walked into the room and she had those up. I was like, wow. Who turned on the lights?
This one, he likes hugs in the morning better than he likes his food. You're gonna scare him though. And we got ice.
Oh, we do.
Not solid, but we got...
Yeah, it got down into about 30.
We got ice.
Yeah.
And there's him. He's down. I'll get him back to his food in a minute. Let's see. Which plant needs water this morning? This is how we roll here with water conservation.
There you go.
You gonna go get your paper now?
Absolutely.
Okay. We got quite a few robins out here this morning. Very typical for this time of year. Panther's doing good. Good morning, Panther. Enjoying that chicken. I did about 20 steps yesterday, 45 to 65, I think. So I'm going to start out on step 66 this morning. We're going to go walk after Dr. Ekberg's blood work course. It is nice and sunny out there, so it should be a more pleasant walk this afternoon. It's not super warm yet, but maybe give it a couple hours and it'll improve. First he was in the sun by the back door, now he's at Don's feet. He's good in the house for the time that he'll tolerate being in the house, which is not a super long time, but hey, I let him read the paper this morning. Getting ready to put this piece of prime rib in the oven. Don is under the house putting in new plant lights for me. The ones we had have burnt out and they're not energy efficient, and he's doing that. We just got done watching Dr. Ekberg and his blood work course. I don't remember, it's got a few more weeks to go, and so I stopped rather quickly on my Lego build and we were on Sean Baker's Zoom for a while and then Dr. Ekberg. But I've got at least 40 more minutes before the meat is in and Dawn comes back up. We're probably just going to walk the track for a little bit just before sunset. And I'm going to add a few more pieces. I was trying to count for step, let's see, what step am I on here? I was on step. I'm trying to build 2 of these. I'm on step 78, I think. I'm on step... yeah, 81. I was just gathering parts before building these 2 pieces. Like one goes on one side and one, or here, and one goes over here somewhere. Anyway, I'm trying to build those. Yeah, years ago when Don put in the standard fixture for a standard T4 fluorescent tube, whichever the shorter one is, they really weren't doing LEDs in the right plant light spectrum or whatever, and apparently they are now. They've improved them, and this is what Don is replacing the old fixtures with.
Well, I figured I better get familiar with the content. So there's 8 of these 24-inch lights in here. They gave you, I think, four cords with switches, and then they give you little interconnects, so you can have one cord and then interconnect each of the 8 segments with these. See, on the ends they've got the little feed line, the neutral, and the switch line. So anyway, the point is it works really well, and plus they have these. So if you want to have a 8-foot string, you just slide this in, and you can join 2 of them together. And they give you a little clamp. They even give you a screw. I have to say, it had a lot of ratings. It was like a very highly, like 4,000 people had reviewed this thing on Amazon, and this one wasn't the absolute cheapest, but it wasn't. I think it was. It depends on how you want to price it. If you want to price it per foot, this one was probably as cheap as any of them, because this one came with 8. I would have jumped all over this. I really only wanted 6. That's how many lights we've got underneath there now, is 6. So what I'm probably going to do is put up 6, keep the other 2 in case she wants to put it somewhere else, like up there on the plant card or something. I don't know. And the point being is, maybe if these things go out or something like that, I'll have a spare or 2 to replace them with. Okay, there it is. They're actually very easy to install. I'm very pleased with the light kit. I'm going to put up 2 more on this other one, but you can see they're doing good. They're really quick to put up. It took me longer to take down the old lights. I got a little tidying up to do, but so far so good. And this thing is got up to 108. So this a little not quite as I would expect to be closer to 120. So I may have to crank it up a little bit, but you know, a little cooler is not a problem. That temperature probe, I don't know if it's how accurate it is. I brought another one down I might hook up. But I did check for leaks, and no leaks, so I'm happy with that so far too.
Don's only in a little bit of trouble that we're out here walking at 4:40 p.m. And next weekend, buddy, we ain't gonna be walking so late in the day.
Yeah, well, you know, my plan almost worked.
Nope. Nope, and double nope. So after watching Sean Baker's Zoom meeting today, participating in that, and by the way, there was only 19 people in there. We ordered weight vests. We're going to try, supposed to be low impact, something that wouldn't hurt Dawn's shoulder, something that I could tolerate. Mine, of course, would be a little bit lighter than Dawn's.
Right.
Because we asked Dr. Baker for recommendations, and he said he said it would be helpful for keeping you out of the old age home.
That's right.
Not Dawn, but collectively, you know, carrying a weight while you're walking.
Yeah.
A little step work maybe when you get used to it or something.
Yeah.
Wouldn't wear out joints and would go a long way to helping. So.
Yeah, and remember, he is an orthopedic surgeon.
Right. So when Don told him he had a separated shoulder, Dr. Baker, of course, knew exactly what Don was, you know, talking about. The deal is, if you don't remember, they told Don the surgery he really needed, they reserved for baseball players. And he didn't need it. And probably now, when he was younger, right after the injury, he should have had that surgery.
I agree.
You listened to the advice you were given at the time, though.
That's right.
So, anyway, those will be here later in the week, and we'll give them a try. I ordered a girl one.
Of course you did.
Well, it's not pink. I really wanted pink or orange or some pretty color, but yeah, and Don ordered more of a guy one, so.
Not camo, though.
No. It's more design than weight, but all of them have the ability to add more weight. We're walking inside the baseball field because, well, we're not doing our normal circuit today anyway, since we started out over here at South Park and the track, and there's a lot of stuff inside the fence frustrating us. And we found a bag. We can almost always find a dollar.
Bag, we got pizza.
Yeah, pizza. I'm jealous about the old Donnie, but now we got a piece on the outside of the fence.
Oh my God. I don't know.
I don't know, it's too far.
Yeah, it's gonna be just that.
3 inches is about all you can do.
We'll pick her up on the way around.
Yeah, I picked up this partially empty. I thought it was empty can, and I have some sort of wet liquid. I guess I'm not smelling fermented beer, so maybe it was a soda. All down my right leg, the bottom of my jacket, the top of my sneaker. So I get to go home and change before dinner. The plan was to shower after dinner, but you know. Oh well. One pass around the building and then we're heading to the house. We have picked up a ton of trash in places that are not necessarily our normal spots. All right, it's 5:20. We need to head out of here so we can get our piece of meat out of the oven. Now that's how we cook that standing rib roast.
That's right.
All right, this is the dinner entertainment tonight. I'm about 4 steps away from putting this on the building, and that was the main thing I was trying to do this afternoon, so I'm going to finish that up now, and then I'll take up my day-end picture and show you guys how it looks installed. So I went from 65 to 92 today, and I got to tell you, I am loving this build, and it keeps on giving me a run for my money. It was very hard to snap this piece on. You had to keep it very flat and get 5 pins to go through the right holes at the same time. That's hard. And then this gear down in here was, you know, there's nothing to say. It tells you don't put the little gear on, put the big gear on first. And nothing to say that it goes in better with the pin in the gear instead of the pin in the wall. But I figured it out because I've built a few robots. I love this build. It is pushing me to, you know, do better, learn more, try harder. You know, so it's very engaging for me. But I would not have somebody work with Technique bricks and do this build for their very first build. You know, it's just not working. But anyway, this axle here is just for demo purposes. But let me show you how this thing is it all still moves. Everything is doing what it's supposed to be. There's a piece that goes from this pin to this pin. I can see it's part of number 92, and that's going to get this stuff over here moving along with it also. So yeah, that's for tomorrow though. So exciting. I mean, the amount of gearing in this thing, it's wild.